The Kelce and Swift families gathered quietly at St. John Vianney Catholic Church in Gladwin, Pennsylvania, for the funeral of Maureen Maguire, Ed Kelce's cherished partner. The Kelces, a name known in every football-loving home, arrived, not as celebrities but as sons, a father, daughters-in-law, grandchildren, and friends, each one visibly carrying the weight of grief. Ed Kelce was flanked by his sons, Jason and Travis. Jason, the seasoned Philadelphia Eagles center, barely held back tears as he walked with his father, while Travis, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end known for his lightheartedness, was somber and subdued, his eyes fixed downward. They stood as a wall of strength for their family, bearing their sorrow in silence, leaning on each other as they entered the church. Kylie Kelce, Jason's wife, walked close beside Taylor Swift. Both women, dressed in black, their steps in unspoken sync, supporting each other as they joined the family. Taylor, whose face is more often seen lit up by stadium lights, moved quietly through the sanctuary, her hair pulled back, sunglasses hiding her eyes, her composure unshaken as she offered gentle reassurances to those around her. She wasn't there as the global icon the world knows, but as someone's partner, someone grieving alongside the Kelces, an honorary member of the family for this one day. Within the church, the air was thick with emotion. Pews were filled with family, friends, and neighbors, all there to remember Maureen. The priest spoke of her warmth, her laughter, her fierce devotion to family, and her way of making everyone, whether kin or newcomer, feel instantly at home. Stories floated among the mourners, holiday dinners full of laughter, family football games, simple afternoons spent together, memories of Maureen's easy humor and genuine kindness. The organ's somber notes mingled with whispered prayers and muffled sobs, each note carrying memories of a life well lived. As the service ended, Jason and Travis joined the other pallbearers, taking their places at the casket, their shoulders set with the silent resolve of sons saying goodbye. Each step down the old church steps seemed heavier, the finality of loss pressing in with every footfall. Outside, as sunlight broke through the clouds, the Kelce family embraced. Travis leaned into Taylor, seeking comfort not as a public figure, but as a man mourning with the woman he loves, while Kylie clutched her youngest daughter, Finley, close, whispering softly, and Jason kept a steady hand on Kylie's back, his protective nature on display. For a moment, the Kelces were not famous. They were just a family, held together by the strength of their love for one another, their pain and unity visible for all to see. The small town of Gladwin watched with empathy, many residents sharing images and words of support online, touched by the sight of Taylor standing with Travis and his family through their sorrow. Comments poured in, noting how Taylor's presence spoke volumes about her care for Travis and his loved ones, and how the Kelces, despite their high-profile lives, showed the world what truly matters in times of heartbreak. In the days before the funeral, Jason Kelce was seen at home with Kylie and their 4 daughters, spending time away from the public eye, playing with his kids while Kylie held their newborn daughter, their Irish wolfhound, wandering the grounds of their sprawling estate. The family's home, with its pool, waterfalls, and plans for future additions, was less a symbol of wealth and more a sanctuary for the small, everyday moments of joy and togetherness that defined their lives. For Ed Kelce, the loss was profound. Maureen had been his partner in every sense, his confidant, his best friend. A family friend recalled how Ed and Maureen shared everything: games, concerts, travel, dogs, dinners surrounded by laughter. The void her absence created was immeasurable. An online obituary painted a rich portrait of Maureen, a woman who hadn't grown up in a football family but learned to love the sport for Ed, who traveled widely, who found happiness in the smallest details of everyday life, and who adored her loyal dog Butch. Stories about the warmth between Maureen and Taylor Swift emerged as well. Ed once recounted how Maureen had jokingly told Taylor that Ed was her boyfriend after the singer snapped a selfie with him at a Chiefs game. A small moment that captured Maureen's humor and welcoming nature and her willingness to draw new people, even a superstar, into her circle with open arms. Security for the funeral was tight, with police cars stationed discreetly to manage traffic and protect the family's privacy as mourners filled the church parking lot, some forced to park blocks away. The crowd included friends, neighbors, and strangers moved to pay their respects, drawn by the desire to support the Kelces in their time of loss. The service ended with a moving tribute to Maureen's Gaelic roots. A lone bagpiper played as the casket was carried down the steps, the mournful notes rising into the warm summer air and echoing down the quiet streets. The silver hearse waited at the curb as Ed, Jason, Travis, and other pallbearers placed the casket inside, the finality of the moment softened by hugs, handshakes, and quiet words exchanged on the church steps. After the public ceremony, a private burial was held, attended only by close family and friends. Ed, dressed in a gray suit, moved quietly among the guests, embracing those who came to offer condolences, sharing tears and memories as they laid Maureen to rest. Jason and Kylie were seen leaving the church in their green Toyota Sienna, their faces drawn with exhaustion and relief, their children nestled in the back seat as they made their way home. Maureen's passing, after a long illness, was marked not by grand gestures, but by the simple, steady acts of love that filled her life. In her obituary, Ed requested that, instead of flowers, donations be made to the Penn Heart Transplant Fund, a cause close to their family's heart, supporting those in financial need as they await life-saving surgeries. As the day faded and mourners drifted away, Maureen's memory lingered, the weight of her absence offset by the unity and resilience of the family she left behind. Taylor Swift's quiet support, Kylie's unwavering strength, Jason and Travis's protective love for their family, Ed's dignity and grace, all bore witness to the truth that, in the end, it is not fame or fortune that endures, but the ties of love and family. For Gladwin, this day would not be remembered as one of loss alone, but as a moment when the boundaries between celebrity and neighbor dissolved, replaced by shared sorrow and the simple, universal act of saying goodbye. The silence that followed was filled with gratitude for the example the Kelces set and the reminder that even in the darkest times, no one is truly alone. In the weeks following the funeral, tributes to Maureen continued to pour in. Friends and neighbors left flowers on the church steps, and the local community organized a small memorial at the park, where Maureen often walked her dog Butch. Jason and Kylie, seeking solace, spent evenings on their back porch, watching their daughters play. The sounds of their laughter a balm for the pain that lingered. Travis returned to Kansas City briefly for a team meeting, but his heart remained with his family in Pennsylvania, and Taylor joined him whenever she could, offering her presence as comfort. At one point, Travis posted a rare, heartfelt message on social media, thanking everyone for their support and reflecting on how Maureen had always encouraged him to live big, love bigger.